What y'all boys on, man? It's Mari Chosen back at it with another video, man. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the ego death. One of the most scary things that can happen to a human, where you don't even know yourself and you don't even know who you are. The person who you thought that you were, that wasn't you. And we're going to break this down and we're going to get into it, right? So, I'm a firm believer in 99% of the world. I don't know why it cut out, but I'm a firm believer in 99% of the world puts on a persona to fit into society, right? You have people that try to act hard and talk like they're gangsters to fit in society. You have people that hide their sexuality to fit in society. You have people that hide their beliefs to fit into society. It's like you create this fake person, right? And we're going to call this the ego. This is what the ego is. The ego is the fake person that everyone in the world has. Everyone has an ego, and everyone has this fake person that they created. You get what I'm trying to say? Everyone has this fake person that they created, and they think it's them. But in all actuality, it's not them. For example, when I was in my ego, I used to try to act hard. I used to try to, well, not really act hard, to be honest, but I used to try to fit in when I was in my ego. You get what I'm trying to say? And when I had my ego death, it was one of the most scariest experiences ever, because it's like you realize that all the years that you've been living, you've been putting on a fake character to fit in society. And it's like once you lose that character, it's hard to rebuild your new character and basically fit back into society. You get what I'm trying to say? You kind of lose yourself when you have an ego death because you forget who you are. It's like you lose yourself. And it's one of the most scariest experiences a human being can have. And very few people experience an ego death. You get what I'm trying to say? Because an ego death is it's very complex. You have to be isolated to have an ego death. You get what I'm trying to say? Most people are distracted with parties. Most people are distracted with cracking multiple females. Most people are distracted with drugs. Most people are distracted with work. Most people are distracted with bills. So it's like no one ever really gets a chance to really sit with themselves. You get what I'm trying to say? But this ego death happens when you sit with yourself. And it's like the old version of you or who you thought you were gets completely destroyed, and you have to try to find yourself again and rebuild this person to fit back into society, you know? And once again, the ego death is probably one of the most, it's probably the worst. Ego death might be worse than actual death. A lot of people that have experienced ego deaths don't fear actual death. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like a part of you already died before. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like when actual death arises, it's like it's not going to faze you because you've died before, technically. The old version of yourself, your ego died. That's what an ego death is. You know what I'm trying to say? So you don't really fear death after you have this ego death because it's like you died already. You get what I'm trying to say? So this ego death, it's, man, if you went through an ego death, let me know in the comments, bro. But man, bro, you forget who you are during the ego death. It's a whole bunch of stuff, bro, when you have an ego death. And if you found yourself again after having an ego death, you are a strong soldier and you are a soldier of the Most High, and you keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Because I argue, I don't know what actual death feels like, but I argue this shit is worse than actual death, man. But the good thing about having an ego death, you step back into your authenticity. You know, most people, once again, are not authentic. Most people put on a persona in order to fit into crowds and fit in with society. Everyone is trying to fit in. Everyone is running away from themselves. You get what I'm trying to say? Once you have this ego death, the good thing about it is when you overcome it, you go right back to your authentic self. You go back to your soul mission. You go back to who your soul wants you to be. You get what I'm trying to say? You go back to who you're meant to be to raise the vibration on the planet. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. My ego death was something crazy. It was definitely something crazy. I had mine summer 2023, I believe. Yep. Summer 2023. And it tied into my spiritual awakening as well. So I became a whole new person, bro. And it was a good thing and it was a bad thing. You know, it was bad when it was first happening because it was once again, bro, it was fucking worse than actual death. If you experience the ego death, you know that shit is terrible. But once you find yourself and you start living authentic, you'll be good. So that's really the ego death. That's the ego death at a surface level. You know what I'm trying to say? This video is not going to be too long. I just wanted to touch on this. And if you're going through an ego death right now, it's okay. That's good because you're stepping into your authentic self, you know? So hope this video resonated with someone's soul, and I'm out.